Bitcoin right now trading into a key trend line of support that we've been tracking on this YouTube channel. The question going into the hours ahead, will that support hold, leading to bullish continuation, a bullish bounce to new all-time highs, or will the support fail, leading to a potential dip? What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Let's jump into the Bitcoin video. Here we are. One thing I just want to note quickly is we have this rising channel we've been tracking on this YouTube channel right there. This breakout target, right? It's moved up since yesterday's video. It's right now just under $48,000. Actually, probably now at this point a little bit higher. And every hour, I mean, this just moves up with Bitcoin in terms of the potential breakout target. So a little bit above 48,000 right now, breakout target to the downside, moving up as well, but still down here around $37,000 to the downside. Right now you see Bitcoin testing this very key trend line. A lot of times you have these channels, which we've been tracking, this upward rising channel, and you can just see this lower trend line. This dip we got yesterday, many people might kind of move this trend line down and readjust, right? It's a new swing low, but it wasn't really a lower low in terms of this one back here. I like to leave the original trend line because oftentimes Bitcoin does these false breakouts, right? And this can be considered kind of a false breakout out of an already identified trend line, the lower trend line. So I want to leave that there. And it kind of was on the short term a false breakout, came down back into the channel, but right now testing this trend line once again. Very important. But what I really want to just discuss, and this is probably the biggest thing I'm watching on these charts, on the short-term charts. This area, this is the 1618 line that if we zoom out, I've talked about Bitcoin making these very harmonious moves out of these Fibonacci areas. And these are 1618 higher highs, Bitcoin getting these explosive moves once it approaches this 1618 area, and it makes an explosive move out of that into kind of this new consolidation area. So it happened right here back in the end of December, explosive move. It happened right here, explosive move, beginning of January. And right now we've just recently hit, and this is what I've been talking about, this 1618 line most recently. Now, we didn't get an explosive move yet. It's the case for an explosive move into the 40,000s and to the $50,000 area, but it hasn't happened. And this is one of probably the biggest things. It doesn't concern me, but it offers a signal of some sort that says the momentum has slowed down a little, right? The speed in which Bitcoin is just making these powerful moves has slowed down a little, and it's just very much illustrated in terms of Bitcoin, how it's been performing in recent days and weeks, right? Getting explosive moves from that 1618 line very quickly, right? We did get a dip here back down to the 1618, but quick recovery. And right now, Bitcoin's just been, we actually saw a little resistance, which is one thing we were looking out for in yesterday's video, resistance at the 1618 line. We got it. We have a slight move of separation above, but even right now as I do this video, Bitcoin, it's just, there's not much separation from the 1618. This could be a really, this isn't bearish in like the midterm, the long term, but this could be a bearish short-term indicator for Bitcoin. When we look at a chart like this, right, and we zoom out and I have every $1,000 move charted for Bitcoin, along the way, we've been getting these quick consolidations, right? So when we look at a chart like this, what's happening right now in terms of this 1618 indicator that I'm talking about, right, that we were just talking about, this could be the setup for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin truly is stalling out a little bit, this could be a setup for just a potential dip here on this zoomed out hourly chart. And you can see this has happened time and time again since we broke $20,000. We've been getting just consolidations and big dips. Is a kind of big dip in play? We're talking 10, 15, 20%. It's very much in play, and it's just on my radar screen. I'm not trying to make a bearish video right now, but we have to track this exact trend line that Bitcoin's trading at right now, because the target to the downside is there. It's $37,000 or so. And it's a really key area to watch for right now as I do this Bitcoin video. So I really think in the immediate future, as I'm doing this video even, that Bitcoin's going to kind of make a decisive move in terms of, are we going to get that bounce? Are we going to get that continuation? And I think it's going to happen very soon. So keep an eye on Bitcoin, keep an eye on that momentum. But I do want to just show you, this is what these areas look like for Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin separating from the 1618, zoomed in. This was the end of December. This is what it looks like. Separation, explosive move for Bitcoin. This is what it looks like the second time. Separation from the 1618. And you can actually also see this trend line Bitcoin had. Explosive move off of that 1618, and then this is what Bitcoin looks like right now. There's the confluent upper trend line, or I should say lower trend line right here with the 1618, and there's been no explosive move. So just that should just put up an indicator for you. If you're looking for a 10% dip, 20% dip, whatever it is, that could be the setup for that. Now, I do want to note this. On this chart, we have this kind of symmetrical triangle, right? We have a few higher lows, we have just a few lower highs, very small symmetrical triangle. Bitcoin target to the upside, $43,000 or so. Bitcoin broke out of it, right? So we might just be getting a short-term consolidation before continuing to that area, and that would be confluent with continuation to a very important target area that we have right here now, 48,000, which we talked about at the beginning of the video. So Bitcoin very well could be on its way to that $48,000 target, right? The case for that would be a bounce here to a $43,000 target that we just looked at out of a symmetrical triangle. And then at that $43,000 target, breaks this upper trend line, continues to $48,000. So all of that is in play right now. But the critical thing is literally this support, we're trading there right now, and what is Bitcoin going to do with it? I can't answer that question as I do this video. It's testing it now. It's what I'll be tracking in the short term. But truly, in terms of, support in the very, very short term for Bitcoin, Bitcoin doesn't have to break the trend line and come all the way down to a target, but we have this trend line and we have the 1618 line right around $39,400. So I would say this whole little triangle area that you see here, huge short-term support for Bitcoin. Bitcoin needs to hold that support, in my opinion, from a technical perspective, to get a bounce for continuation to these targets, $43,000 and $48,000. Now, keep in mind, if Bitcoin just comes through, comes down a little bit, tests the 1618 once again, it's still just a very much a higher low, right, from this previous higher low just yesterday. So this hasn't happened yet. Bitcoin hasn't failed support. It's not like the dip has begun, but this is what you want to watch for, or at least this is what I'm watching for today. So Bitcoin interacting with $41,000, and this is what we anticipate. Now, I do want to note this real quick. If Bitcoin did make its way to this $37,000 target, we break through this lower trend line, $37,000 target, keep in mind, we're talking about a dip of like 9% or so. And if you look at that, what that looks like on this chart now, a dip, if it happened to $37,000, is right around the lower trend line of this symmetrical triangle, revisiting the apex of the symmetrical triangle. Oftentimes, we see Bitcoin revisiting apexes of symmetrical triangles for continuation to the upside. So 10% dip really is nothing, could happen so quick, but could be an opportunity for a short-term accumulation, light accumulation if you're keen on that type of thing. So anyway, that's what I'm watching on Bitcoin charts right now. I'm going to continue tracking it. I have a feeling I'm going to have to do another video a little bit later. We're going to probably get a move one way or another, and we'll just, Bitcoin's moving so fast, right? So let's see what happens. I appreciate all of you cruising by. I hope you're having a great day. I will see you in the next video. Hit that subscribe, hit that like, and God bless.